Now to the U.S., where thousands of demonstrators are expected to march on Washington later today to oppose abortion. This is the 50th annual March for Life, and this year marks a turning point for organizers following the Supreme Court decision that overturned the nationwide right for a woman to have an abortion. And joining us now is our Washington correspondent, Ketevan Gorjestani. So, Ketevan, overturning Roe was a very big victory for abortion opponents. What do they have their sights set on now?
Well, this march really is about that. It's about celebrating this big milestone of overturning Roe versus Wade, but also looking ahead to the next steps, because they all agree on one thing, the pro-life activists, is that the work is far from being over. This was really a big stepping stone, but now they are pushing forward because for them, the goal is, of course, to not have access to abortion in the United States, period. And there are really two paths. There is the near future, which is working on a state legislation, local legislation, pushing forward to make more restriction in states that have already bans or restrictions in place on access to abortion, and working harder in states that still guarantee access to abortion. So the local path is really the way forward in the near future. But of course, and now the main goal, the long-term goal, and where the fight is going to go next for pro-life activists is a federal ban on abortion. That is going to be much harder because right now there is no path in Congress. There is the Republican-controlled House, yes, but the Democrats control the Senate, and there is, of course, Joe Biden, the Democrat, in the White House. So they know that this is not going to happen anytime soon, but this is what they have their sights set on in Congress, a federal ban on abortion in the United States, so that no state can have access to abortion. And that is why this march, this time today, is going to end in front of the U.S. Capitol to really symbolize the fact that the fight is now at the legislature.
Well, so Ketevan, it's been 7 months since Roe was overturned. What does access to abortion look like as we speak across the U.S.?
Well, we are simply in the divided states of America because, broadly speaking, you have a slim majority of states where abortion is either completely banned, very nearly banned, or has heavy restrictions on access to abortion. And then you have the other half of the United States where access to abortion is guaranteed, and where things are even moving in the other way, where states are trying to expand, to strengthen access to abortion. I'm thinking, of course, of California that voted just in November to enshrine access to abortion and contraception in their state constitution. So you're really seeing the United States going in two very opposing ways. Those states that want to restrict access to abortion, who are working on legislation to really restrict more the access to abortion, and on the other side, states that are going forward to try to expand that access.
Okay, Ketevan Gorjestani, our correspondent in Washington. Ketevan, thanks a lot.